guys, welcome to Auto 717. In this week's little blog, I'm going to be working on the Mustang behind me a little bit. I'm showing you some of the updates I did on it and still trying to get some other odds and ends stuff straightened out. So let's start working on it. Okay guys, so this week didn't really get too much stuff done. I did buy a Aero Force gauge for it. You can see here I need to get a new lens. The lens is like a little bit of yellowed out, but I had the wiring all ran and I went to plug it in, and it looks like I'm having some issues with it. It'll stay on for a couple minutes or a couple seconds, and then it'll just the two top red lights will blink and then just turn right off. So I'm trying to figure out what I need to do there. I'm going to contact Air Force and see if something is going on with the gauge. I did buy it used, so kind of get what you pay for. So I have that one. And then also I have a ton of parts over here. I'll kind of just run through it with you guys here quick. I bought the cup holder, so I'm going to have to cut that out. I got a radio for an aftermarket radio. Here I bought a, if I can open it right, a new SVT logo. Got a new one of those. Got brakes for it, front and rear, slotted. Let's see here. Here is a bump steer kit. It's a Team Z bump steer kit in there that I got. I got SV caster camber plates there for it. What else did I get? Oh, and here's I got another Air Force gauge that I had actually laying around. I didn't even realize I had it. It was from a buddy's car, and he said I could use it. I just need to get the wiring for it. So I'm going to see maybe if this one will work on this car. I think it came off of an 04 Cobra, but here's another connector for it. This is for if you have these two wires here, the green and the white are for two analog gate sensors, and the red is for a 12 volt power. So got that. Then here is my wheels I have for it. I have them. They're 18 by 10.5 in the rear with 305 35 18s drag radials, and they're a nitto 555Rs. And then the fronts are 18 by 9s wrapped in 275 35, and they're just the nitto 555s. So I got those for it. Got different exhaust. Got to get rid of the coils and just go to a coil and plug. Got those. I got front struts for it here. Here is some control subframe connectors, mid-lengths, and so I got some of that stuff. And then also, if you guys notice, I do not have the Jimmy. The Jimmy is no longer with me. I sold it a couple days ago to a guy. He was really liking it, and he's been hitting me up for a week or so, and told him just to take it. So but kind of sucks. I was really liking that thing, and it was a nice car. So but I went to new and better pastures. So right now I'm just working on the trunk. I got I bought some key fobs. Let's see if I can grab it. I bought some key fobs new from Amazon. I think they were $30 for two of them. And I just finished up setting them. You had to go in here and ground these two pins out with the key ignition on. You'll hear the locks go, and then you'll hit the lock button on lock or unlock button on here, and do it for each key. And then when you're done, you just turn the key fob, and it'll lock again, and then you know that they'll work, and then you can check it. Like you can hear that it's working. My only issue now is when I lock the doors with my key fob, something with the PAT system will make the car alarm go off after like 20 seconds. So I'm going to probably have to take it to a tuner and have it looked at and see what exactly is going on. So, but I'm gonna try to clean this up. I'm gonna wash it up today. I'll wash this car up and then my wife's car here, and try to take it for a little joyride before it gets dark. So I'm gonna do that, and we'll keep on working. I'll try to get a video of me washing it and then do some pulls in it then. So stay tuned. Hey guys, so before I washed the car here, I was just figured I'd take off this SVT logo and then put on this one here. So I think it'll just look so much better. I'm trying to actually figure out what year that actually came off of. I didn't think that they came on the 98 Cobras like that. I thought that was an earlier badge, but I'm not sure on that one. So if you guys know exactly what year this badge came off of, appreciate it if you let me know. So, but I'm just gonna try to wash this thing down quick, and I'm just gonna tear this thing off and get all the sticky off, and then put the new one on, and should be pretty good. guys, just got to my parents' house. There's a little drive over to it. I don't live too far away from my parents, so just had to come over here. They're further away, so I'm just checking over everything. And they have a cat that's outside, so I'm feeding their cat quick. And I'm going to see if I can get the keys, and I'll show you my dad's Bronco. Did a video a couple years ago of us redoing it, but I kind of wanted to show it to you guys and just let you see it. And if I can find the keys to it, I'll get it out and I'll let you hear it. I'll find the keys for my dad's Bronco, so I'm going to kind of show it to you. I did do a video, which I'll kind of do a link in the upper right hand corner over here of it, just when we were breaking in the motor. But we actually have it all done. It's been done for about a year, so I'm going to kind of show it to you here quick. Just something I just was thinking of. So here it is. You can see it. I mean, it's immaculate. If it would focus here, but yeah, it's like a maroon color with black, and it's the truck version. It's really dirty right now, but has side exhaust. Originally came with a 6-cylinder with a 3-speed on the column, and we switched it to a 302, and we bored it 30 over. And I can actually pop the hood. So there's the motor. A little dirty in here, but yeah, it's a 306. Has long tube headers on it. Sounds really good. I'll start it up here in a minute. But kind of went through it. Has a pretty healthy cam in it. So guess it's locked, latched. Let's see if I can start this thing up. It's like brand new seats in it. So there's that. I just wanted to kind of show you guys quick that. Unfortunately, my dad's actually going to be selling it here soon. I think he's had it now 4 or 5 years, and I think he's only I don't even think he drove it enough miles to break in the motor. So he's just kind of I think he sold it to one of the neighbors down the road. So, but just kind of wanted to show you that. So. Just gotta lock up the door here and got everything ready. Of course, I never can find the right key. So, see if I can find the cat. I'm sure the cat's... Oh, there comes the cat. You can see her coming running. Let's see if we can get her some food here. Come on, kitty kitty. So... yeah, here she comes running. Mom made this little outdoor cat box for it. Has a styrofoam inside there, and then another Tupperware container, and some makes it nice for the winter months. But when my parents are home, usually the cat's inside with them. But when they're on vacation, they usually leave it here. So, but I'll continue to drive in the Mustang. I don't know if you guys noticed when I did the little hit there. It's when the fuel mileage, or the fuel gauge is right around a quarter of a tank, it has a little bit of starvation, fuel starvation. Almost need to do like a sump tank or something like that, or maybe the pickup isn't right on it. So, but other than that, I mean, it runs really good. It's just when it gets down to about a quarter of a tank of gas, it always does that. It'll miss a little bit, and it's almost like fuel starvation. So eventually I'm gonna have to figure out if they just didn't hook up the pump right, or what. Usually there's like a thing that lays on the bottom that picks up the fuel. Maybe that's just not in right. So, but I'm gonna start this thing up again and take a ride around the block. Well, and that's it. So I'm gonna mess around with the car a little bit later tonight. So I'm gonna kind of go in here. I gotta put my son to sleep, and we'll touch base with you after I get him put to bed. Hey guys, just finally out here working on it. As you can see, the back tire here, I have just about gonna be taking it off to put the new rims and tires on it. So I have the jacked up right now, and I'm gonna take those off and then do that, and then I'm probably gonna have to put the front tires on blocks just to get underneath it. I really need to start investing in a low profile jack. It's just the front end right now is just way too low for a regular jack, so I'm gonna have to do that, mess around with it. But first I'm gonna get the rear jack finished up, and I'll show you how they look. So stay tuned. Okay guys, so got the rear tires on. Sits really good. I'm really happy with it. Don't really want to lower it too much more. Don't want it to be too low where it scrapes on everything. My white Mustang I had was probably another inch or two lower than this, and it was just miserable to drive, if I can talk. So I'm really happy with this. I'm actually thinking about raising the front up about a half an inch or so, just to get it little bit higher, just to make it streetable. I mean, I don't want it to be too crazy low. So but I got my blocks here. I'm gonna pull this up on, and then I can jack it up and do each side. If I can, I'm gonna try to get underneath the K-member, but I doubt that I'm gonna be able to have enough room to do that. That's where I usually like to jack up, but if I can't, I'll just do both sides here like I did the time before. So I'm just gonna work on that, and just was really excited to show you guys this. It looks freaking awesome. They still need cleaned up. They're really dirty, but really happy with how it turned out. I mean, the tires, I mean, the center section here couldn't match any more better. So just have to do a little bit more. I like to clean up the brakes. I got the brake rotors laying over there I got to throw on, and want to do the pads and all that stuff, and then paint the calipers eventually down the road. So definitely want to work on that. I did Scotch Brite the front rotors a little bit. They look a little bit better, but I think I'm going to eventually paint them. Not really sure yet what I'm going to do with that, but definitely Trying to figure out some ideas I want to go with that route. So, but anyways, I'm going to start this thing up and I'm going to move it front a little bit, and might as well just take you along with it while I'm doing it. So, got the key here. And I got this, I think I showed in the, I got this Air Force gauge. Having a really difficult time with it. I just cannot figure it out. So, get a call, I think, tomorrow, and just see if I can figure, if they can tell me what's going on with it. But, and that, I don't know, this water temp gauge does not work at all. So I'm gonna have to eventually get another one of those. Go. So we're up on the blocks now, and should have enough room now to jack this side up and the other side, and throw on the other wheels, and call it a night. And then I'm gonna have to move some more of this stuff, and I think I'm gonna try to put this on sideways. Wow, I'm really close to that tire. I'm just barely clearing it there, but yeah, it's definitely really close. But yeah, anyway, so I'm gonna take the tire off here, move the tires, that way I don't mess up the bumper any more than I probably did, and we'll get these tires on and show you the end result. Okay guys, here it is all finished up. Obviously it's still in the blocks here. You can see, so got to move it around a little bit and try to get it. I like to try to pull it in here and keep it in my garage now, and then I'll just move it out when I need to work on some woodwork projects. So you can see I'm making a little cabinet kind of thing here. Well, it's not really a cabinet, it's a desk for a lady. The sides are going to fold up and it'll be like a little craft desk. So I'm working on that. I got to get that done this week, and got a couple other odds and ends jobs starting to come up here. So, but wanted to get these rims and tires thrown on here. It was just bugging me that I didn't have it done. So finally threw them on here. Still want to throw on the brake pads and all that stuff, and the rotors, and get that stuff going. So and then probably I'll just save those for I mean, the fronts aren't too bad, the rears definitely need to be replaced, that's for sure. And then I'll eventually paint the brake calipers down the road, and we'll try to figure out what color I want to paint them. It's actually, right now I'm thinking about doing like a really dark orange, like a burnt orange almost, and then do some engine accents, burnt orange. I always thought that looked really cool, and I'll try to do some pictures of what that'll look like right here. But that's kind of my thought right now, is just do like burnt orange brake calipers, and then do some engine pieces burnt orange. Eventually down the road, maybe like the coil covers or something like that, burnt orange. But right now this is how it looks. Still got a lot of ways to go with it, but definitely starting to look like something. The next thing I will have to do is figure out something with this badge. I told you a little bit earlier ago during the day that I was going to pull this off, and I started pulling it off, and I actually pulled some of the paint off. So definitely not good. So I'm going to have to figure out what I want to do there. I was thinking for the time being I might tape this off here, and then just do a tape line all the way across here, and then just paint that all black, do like with like Classy Dip or something, and then I can pull that off and fix it up and just go with it. And then I'm trying to find this little rubber piece here is all messed up and dry rotted, and see if I can get a new one of those. So that's kind of my thought, and I think I'm gonna paint this down here. It's all from the exhaust there, it's like all black and just looks really bad, so I think I'm gonna do that. But I did wash it. Still need to wash the windows on the inside. You see it's a bunch of stuff, and I need to, excuse me, fix this. It's the speaker grill or whatever you want to call it. It's pushed out there, so I'm gonna try to fix that. But definitely starting to look like something here. It's just really starting to come together. Them wheels just kind of made the car, so I'm really tickled with it. If it's nice out tomorrow, I might take the car into work, and we'll see how it drives with the new wheels and tires on it. Just really tickled. I hope they work pretty good for us. So got a couple other odds and end things I'm going to need to start doing. Need to get the caster camber plates on, the bump steer kit, the new shocks put on, or the struts I should say, on the front, then do the brakes, and then start messing around with doing the coil on plug conversion in the engine bay. A buddy of mine is putting back together his Cobra, so I should probably get over there and kind of show you what's in store for that. He's has some pretty big plans for that thing. I believe it's a 96 Cobra with a Kenny Bell, the small Kenny Bell blower on it. He popped a head gasket on the one side, so he tore it apart and rebuilding it a little bit. I think he's not going to do too much aftermarket wise to it. I think he's going to turn the boost down a little bit and then possibly run meth or E85 on it. So might show you that. It's a convertible, and the guy before him actually did an 03 Cobra front bumper conversion on it. It looks really sharp. I'm not sure if it's a kit or it looks almost like they took an 03 Cobra and then they chopped the bumper to fit this style. So it looks really sharp. I think it looks pretty good. So, but I think I'm going to end it here, and I'll probably do some videos tomorrow, maybe going to work, and we'll kind of cut it here for tonight, and stay tuned for more to come. So have a good one, guys.